So let's start from scratch here. So what I'm going to do first of all is main clip view window may have opened up somewhat differently to what we're looking at here. So there's a couple of main little features on here. First of all, this little triangle up here. So if I click that, I will get my menu and my palette of sounds. So first of all, I'm going to select a sound for this MIDI track here, and I can select these tracks by clicking on the top here. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. So we have a collection of sounds, if you don't have anything in the search category there. So if I've clicked on here, I've got a selection of sounds. We've got drums. Sounds tend to be all these kind of things, bass and effects and mallets and strings, and some of them are pretty cool, pretty usable. Others are kind of, I don't know where I'd use them. And then we've got drums. There's the old classic TR series there, 606, 707, 808, 909, and a few more there that you may or may not have on the computer in front of you. I think I've maybe downloaded these at some point. So let's have a look at the 909. So when I click on it, I get a preview. And so down here we have this little preview mode. So I'm just hovering my mouse over there, and you can also turn the headphone symbol off there. That's a little pair of headphones in a blue symbol, and that will mean that you don't preview it. Preview is really handy when you're kind of writing in the studio, creating stuff. One of the great things about Ableton Live is it allows you to sort of compose on stage, so you can stand in front of people. You know, you stand in a concert sort of situation, and you know, call up sounds and start composing and putting grooves together. So in that situation, you wouldn't really want a preview because everyone would be able to hear that out front. So we're not bothered about that. So okay, let's go to the 909s. So all I do is double click on it to bring up this little feature here. So there's the 909. So I've double clicked on it and it's created a track in here. So this is basically showing all your drums here. So you got the click, the kick, and the rim, the snare. But we don't really need to worry too much about this stuff down here at the moment. What I'm going to do is, so I've clicked on there, I've double clicked on this, and it's loaded the sound. I'm just going to double click on here. And the great thing about Ableton with some of its presets is it names them all down here. So I'm just going to go in and put some kicks on the floor sort of pattern. We didn't hear those because the little blue headphones are off at the moment, so let's put those back in so we can hear our sounds. What I can do is click up here and this will play what I'm creating. So this allows me to you'll also notice on my launchpad I've got a little green square now, so that's my first clip in the song. So what I can do is I'm pressing down Alt on my computer keyboard and dragging that down, and that's created a new part. So what I'm going to do with this is move those back. So now I've got two clips. Here's the second one. Let's make a third one. Move that bit over. Select those and move those up to the open hi-hat. Now while they're all selected, I'm going to come down here and you'll see these little velocity. I'm just going to turn those down a little bit. You'll see the changing colour a little bit. That's similar to what they do on Logic. So let's see what that sounds like. Maybe a little bit too low. And I could turn those headphones off and I could turn those up and you won't get the preview. That's better. Okay, get the idea of that one. Now I'm going to go on to MIDI 2. I'm going to go back to my sounds. I'm going to go to bass, and I'm going to open this little disclosure triangle. I'm going to come down. Somewhere down here is this thing called sub 808 bass, which I quite like. So what I'm going to do this time is record it using the keyboard. So let's get my clip going, and I'm going to click not on record here, but record within this clip. You'll notice when I flip between clips, if I take that off, I won't be able to hear the keyboard. So I need to have this little red record enable track on. So the great thing about Ableton as well is it syncs in time. So if I click on this just before the beat, it will wait till the beat starts before it starts recording. So here we go. And that is actually better timing than I played it, and the reason is because I've actually come down here to record quantize and put on 16 notes. So when it's recording, it already quantizes it. And what I can do while that's playing, I'm on stage and everyone's dancing, and I want to add in some extra notes. So that little headphone icon there is not on blue, so that's great. Let's put in some more notes to see what happens. So let's put that on C4. So let's go to our second part. Maybe that's a little bit too high. So it's kind of like straightforward as that really. It's really good fun playing around with Ableton and making these clips. Making the clips are really not difficult really. Let's insert a MIDI track. So I've just gone up to the top there and I'm going to right click on the actual track itself there. And I'm just going to go insert MIDI track. That's going to give me another MIDI track. No, that's because that's still enabled. Let's click on this track here. Double click. That'll do. Here we go, record. Click out of record. Okay, I'm going to just press start and move that down. I'm just going to double click into there. To zoom in and out, I can move my mouse up to here and drag that in, drag that out. Let's just move those notes around a little bit. And what I'm going to do with this is I've selected these two. I'm going to click and move these up an octave. Okay, so I've just copied those notes and now I'm going to go to this part. Okay, so that gives a kind of idea of what's going on there. Let's just add one more. Let's add one more part. Let's add go back to, see it's got a bit of an old school vibe. Let's put some 808s in there. So we would go to MIDI, double click on there. And let's do something cheesy with the toms. So let's get this going. record straight from the launchpad there. I'm just going to take that to record, that's grooving now. What I'm going to start doing is bring in some of the sends. So you've got these sends here, and these are directly connected to these reverbs here. That's got a, if you can see, that's got a reverb on it. And it's also got a delay. So these are just sort of loaded up as standard. What I've also got here, which is a launch control as well, which I can use to play around with my volumes and things like that. But I can also put in pans and edit the effects, but I can also assign this to various other parameters as well.